Guys, it is Tuesday, which means I'm going to have a quick video about a product, some teaching, or just a short video because I didn't feel like filming a full video. It's Tuesday, and it's time for a bit of a lesson. But first, I realized checking my mic's too loud, so let's turn down the mic a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, today I'm talking about reverse Grad ND filters. This is my crazy filter kit where I keep all my filters, and I love the filter kit. I love filters in general. I was out with Thomas Heaton in Patagonia, and yes, those videos are coming. Next video, Patagonia. Thursday, Patagonia. I promise. We're done with whales soon. I was talking to Tom and we were saying, like, why don't we just blend images? Why don't we just shoot multiple exposures, bracket? And the reality is there's something so satisfying about just sliding a grad filter into the filter holder and watching the exposure develop in front of you. I'm not creative enough that I can go out in the field and shoot 3 photos and know how I want to process that later. And so I like filters because I need that instant gratification. So I don't think I'll ever be using bracketed images, although I do it occasionally. I'll always be a filter guy, and that's my pitch on filters. But this filter in particular is the reverse Grad ND, and I'm going to take you out in the field after I show you this, I promise. So let me find the reverse Grad ND. If you're an ND filter company, make it easier for us to see what filter we're pulling out of the thing. Like a really strong marker would be great. Okay, so a regular Grad ND, it starts bright and it works its way to darker at the top. A reverse Grad ND has a hard edge right in the middle with a little bit of a soft grad as well. And then it goes from dark to brighter at the top. And this is really a specialty filter that's used specifically and mostly for sunrise, sunset when you're shooting directly into the light. Because what happens at sunrise and sunset is the brightest part of the image isn't the top, it's the middle. It's where the sun is really punching through the clouds. So if you've got the sun on the horizon, you've got these clouds up in the top. If you had a regular grad, it's going to be blown out on the sun and it's going to be too dark on the top. But with a reverse Grad ND, you put this in right on the horizon and the sun is now here and it's darkest. And then it goes to brighter at the sky and you get a really nice even exposure. The reality is, I bought a 4-stop reverse Grad ND. This is by Nisi, and I kind of regret it because it's too many stops. 3-stop reverse Grad ND is probably ideal, and I'm going to take you now out into the field in Wales for the last Wales segment to show you how this works in the practice in the field. Okay guys, I'm in Wales. Try not to get hit by waves, and I'm gonna try to show you quickly the difference between these grad filters and what a reverse Grad ND does. And this is the perfect situation for it because the sun's right on the horizon, about to go behind some clouds. So I'm gonna show you really quickly. I've also got a 3-stop ND on to slow down the shutter, but that's not really important. So the first photo I'm gonna take is absolutely no filter at all. Now I'm going to slide in a 3-stop hard Grad ND that's not a reverse grad. And what you see from that photo is that yes, it cuts out some of the light on the top, but it's still too bright on the horizon, right where the sun is. And now I'm going to slide in the 4-stop reverse grad. And yes, 4 stops is probably a little bit too much for a reverse grad. But what you're gonna see is that it cuts down all the light right on the sunset, and then it's still nice and soft in the sky. For years and years I didn't use a reverse grad filter. I recently picked one up maybe about 2 or 3 months ago, and I'm finding myself using one more and more. So if it's not a part of your kit, maybe add one. So we're back home, and I honestly think that that was maybe the worst situation I could have shown you. But as you saw in my last video about my photo sucking, there wasn't really the perfect conditions for landscape photography, at least that type of epic hero image style when I was in Wales. But I think you get the idea. You get the idea and how it can really be helpful in practice. It's a filter, the reverse grad, that I rarely used early in my career. Recently, I purchased one and I've been using it like crazy, especially on seascape photography. So if you don't have one, you might want to get one. And I guess I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.